This is a special report live from the Area Command, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. This is a special report from the Emergency Management Associates newsroom here in our studios. The United States is at war with Iran. Let me play the video here for you from the President of the United States early this morning.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel.
This is the real me, and
this is an AI replacement. The background is real,
the AI character is not.
But we can flip it.
In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal, something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again, they can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
That was a message from President Trump last night. Okay? He means business. He means business. Early this morning, an out-and-out war was declared on Iran. Bombs rained down all over Iran, especially on the outskirts where the bomb making was going on, where Iran was trying to enrich uranium, and now the full-scale war has begun. I'm not going to be any more than just clear with this. What you're going to see now is from Iran this morning. Watch this. This comes from CBN News.
At about 8:15 Saturday morning, air raid sirens blared across Israel. Moments later, reports of a massive, coordinated U.S.-Israeli preemptive strike on Iran. Explosions were reported across Tehran and multiple military sites as the White House released a recorded address from President Donald Trump.
For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a
Sets in the
Well, I basically bought this roof over the internet, which wasn't something I'd ever done before, but it
Persian Gulf. The Israel Defense Forces say the operation was months in the making, built around a major intelligence effort to identify what it called an operational opportunity when senior Iranian officials were convened. Officials also confirmed the strike was deliberately launched in the morning, not under the cover of darkness. In a video message delivered in Hebrew, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the goal is to remove what he called an existential threat posed by the Islamic Republic and to create conditions for Iranians to change their destiny. A message echoed by President Trump.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
In response, Iran fired multiple barrages toward Israel. Israeli authorities report at least one man lightly injured. Reports also indicate Iran's supreme leader has been moved to a secure location as the situation remains fluid. Back in Washington, President Trump issued a direct warning to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, urging them to lay down their weapons or face certain destruction. He also called on divine protection for U.S. forces.
We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail.
The president closed his address with a final appeal to the Iranian people.
So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach.
In Jerusalem, Paul Petit, CBN.
Okay, that's live from Jerusalem. Live CBN News. I just reported everything that's going on. That's what's happening. Iran is under attack. United States and Israeli forces attacked Iran early this morning, not under the cover of darkness, but early in the morning. They took out the facilities where we could come in without any Iranian planes or missiles attacking our forces. We came in literally as a surprise. Yes, President Trump had told them, beware, we are coming to you. They had the chance. They refused a chance in negotiations all week long until Thursday. Thursday night, I put out the information on this channel that the president wasn't going to fool around any longer. The attack has begun. This is going to be days in the making. This is going to be days in the making, not just one or two, maybe three or four, maybe a little bit longer than that. But this time, the United States and Israel is going to attack Iran and reduce them to rubble. Not the people themselves, but the Iranian military. The Iranian scientists have continued to enrich uranium to achieve the process of obtaining a nuclear weapon. The American people and the Israeli people deserve to be in freedom without threat from Iran. Iran has said that they're going to attack Israel. Iran has said they're going to attack the United States. And if we had allowed this to continue, within a matter of days or even weeks, there's a very good possibility that Iran could attack mainland United States. So now President Trump has attacked Iran with the help of Israel. They came in early this morning, our time, early this morning in Israel, in Iran, not under the cover of darkness, like I said, but in full light. That way, the Iranian people got to see what's going to happen. As you saw, President Trump warned them, warned the Iranian Revolutionary Guard to give up. If the Iranian Guard gives up, they would be under the cloak of immunity. If they don't give up, they're going to be annihilated. Annihilated, the words President Trump used. This is a report from Emergency Management Associates. As we get more information throughout the day today and oncoming this weekend, we'll be reporting to you live from the Emergency Management Associates offices and studio in North Carolina, 392 miles west of Kitty Hawk Beach, North Carolina. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you on the other side. Take care. God